Today is the 20th of April. It's about 8:30 in the morning and 61 degrees. Look at this African starflower. My husband cut it back and it looks so good. We've been manually watering it because we don't have our stuff hooked up yet here. The cannons are coming in, and I planted, these were up in the top of the yard and I brought them down to fill this whiskey barrel. And I just did that yesterday. Show the pomegranate. I think you can see all the colors. Orange. So pretty. So this bottle brush we cut back, thinking maybe we can, it was looking like it was dying, and it probably still looks like it, but we thought, let's try cutting it back and see if it can push out some growth. So that's kind of where that's at. I want to move these violas and these asters to the top of the yard, and I kind of know where I'm going to put them now. So let's see. The weather, I think I said it was 61 degrees right now. We're supposed to have 70-degree highs this week, in the 70s. Tomorrow is supposed to be like 30-mile-per-hour winds, which we've been dealing with a lot of wind. And as a result, I've not planted like I wanted to because of that. We had a lantana in this pot, and it was one of those pots that we still had holes, drainage holes in the bottom of the pot, and so we had tree roots that had grown in there. So it's the one container that we missed out of the yard, and so we got that squared away where we've made all the holes, taken all the holes out of the bottom and put them in the sides. And I will plant that up. In fact, we made soil yesterday, so I will probably fill that container today and get something planted in it. I planted I think that's some kind of, it's quail grass is what I remember it being called, but it's celosia too. So I planted that in here with some 4 of the salvias. So we'll see how this bed does. Sorry for the frog in my throat. These have taken a wind whipping. In fact, I'm probably going to cut some of these back today because of the wind tomorrow. And so did these. And I did cut some of these back, especially if they started to get severed by the wind anyway. And then I stuck some of the Mike's Fuzzy Wuzzy in here. So I put some compost in there, and I want to do the same over here and fill some of the empty pockets. But I need to clip that back up there, and when I cut that back, I'll bring them down and stick them in these pockets. I like the smell of it. I didn't think I would, but I do. It's got a lemony, kind of a lemony pungent smell to it. I don't know how to describe it. I don't mind it. So that lantana that I pulled out of the container is now where the other lantana was that wasn't making it. So I put that up there. And then that's where the canister was in this Vego bed here. And I took the bougainvillea that was against the house that was struggling, because you can see it doesn't have many flowers on it. And I prepped that bed and got that bougainvillea planted up there. And this bougainvillea has really taken off. It's liking its home up there. It gets some sun at different times of the day that it really seems to thrive, so that's kind of cool. I'm really pleased with how that went, so I thought, let's see if this one will do better. And it's a little bit bigger. I didn't cut it back as much, so we'll see if it springs back or not. It might be just enough difference that it doesn't like it. I don't know. We'll see. And then I'm really pleased with my Rose of Sharon here in the center. Since we put it on the obelisk, it's getting more sun, and I think it's liking it. So I'm really pleased with how that's going as well. Even my smoke trees are looking pretty. So I think the upper yard, I want to do some more. I've been weeding up there, and I think my lemon grass in the corner took hold, and I'm trying to get the vinca out of there. And one of the things I got to do is the dirt lockers have vinca in them right there, and I want to pull all that. They are dangerous, especially for us, because when I walk around up there, those vines grab my ankles, my feet, and I trip a lot of times on those vinca vines. So I'm pulling all of them. I think they can be pretty, but they're a hazard for us. These two dirt lockers, I think I talked about these my last video. They've got plumbago in them, and I think the plumbago will come back to life. I think plumbago is one of those root intensive plants, and so I'm giving those an opportunity to grow. They don't look cool right now, but I think they might work out okay. I couldn't remember the name of them the last time. And then we're getting this prepped. My husband created some tubing and stuff so that we could water this area, because I wasn't having any luck with my little sprinkler type thing. So now I've got an empty pot here as well, and we're going to probably paint these containers and get them filled. And I think I might get some torch glow bougainvilleas. They can handle reflective heat and stuff, which that's part of the problem with that wall has such heat coming off of it. So here's a plumbago that's doing okay, even though I need to cut the end of it off, but there is some life to that, and I'm hoping that these other ones come to life too. But even if I only get one of them to live, they will fill this bed eventually, so I just need patience. Oh, This looks like it's struggling. Probably needs the water checked on it. So, I had a cage all set up for this squash, and the wind took it, and it destroyed a lot of there's some areas that it just destroyed the stems. So this is kind of bouncing back now from that. And then you'll notice that the eggplants are starting to go to fruit and stuff. And then, like, this is what I want to take because you can see this tomato plant is, well, even there, it's coming out the top. And I just got to figure out a way to release these, but protect them from the wind. And so that's my job today, is trying to figure out how to protect them from the wind. And then I planted some very small tomatoes up here. You can see my potatoes are doing really well. Those were just potatoes that sprouted in the house. And now I've got 2 pots of potatoes, which I'm really pleased with. But these are, Ace 55s. So they're like a bush type tomato. And I got these covered and protected, staked. So we'll see how they do. Same with these tomatoes down here. I got these planted. I'm gonna have pretty much a salsa garden, except for some of the stuff I have in this bed. But most everything that I'm getting is peppers and tomatoes. I'll show. Swiss chard is going to seed. These are all San Marzano, and they are vine ones. I checked because I want to take advantage of the setup that my husband gave me to string these up and everything. And in the past, I planted the wrong type of tomatoes in here, where I had some bush, some vines. These should all be vines, or vine types. So there's a lot of tomatoes right there too. And I think all of them, the last I checked, they were still, nothing had eaten on them. You can kind of see there's a little tiny, you can kind of see them in there. So, because these covers didn't quite fit these big cages that well. I'm getting some fruit on my pepper plant. Quite a bit, actually. And the flowers are doing, oh, here's a nice sized pepper. So I'll probably be picking these before long. This is a Cucuzzi. It seems like it likes its home. These are in about the same, there's a little bit more leafing out, but not much. And I don't think my Fresno's gonna make it. In fact, I don't even know that this little guy's gonna make it, but this is like a Charleston Belle as well. I just think it probably, there is some green still on it though, but I just don't see that it, well, maybe it just takes longer. Who knows? We'll see. I planted some cucumber seeds. These are tomatoes as well. I got 4th of July over here. There's 3, this, I don't know, yeah, there's a tomato in there. You can kind of see it. This tomato, and then there's one under this cover. And I left one uncovered because I thought, well, it's kind of protected and I was running out of covers. So, and then I planted, like you say, some cucumbers right there. Those are called Monica. And then I did over here too, and well, yeah, this one's coming up. These are all Alpha Bite, or Bite Alpha cukes. And I don't know. Oh, there's one. Looks like something ate. Yep, something's ate on them. So I might not get anything in this bed. I might have to replant this. Looks like I do. But I'm trying. And then we got all of our trenches covered and my composter put back in place. So I'm pleased with that. These are the serranos, and they're producing some peppers already, which is amazing. I did not expect these to have peppers on them yet. And they look kind of beat up, and that's because I think of the wind. This is one of those goji berry plants, and I want to pull it up out of the rocks. I haven't done that yet. And then over here is where, yep, there's still tomatoes in here. And this is all Cherokee purple. So I think all of these should have tomatoes in them. Yep. So whatever was eaten on them, I don't know, maybe it wasn't in the soil, maybe it was grasshoppers and we got some of those out of here. I don't know. There's my salvia. This zucchini down here needs to have its bursting at the seams, and I need to uncover it, but like I said, the wind has got me scared right now. But it looks so nice. This was a melon, and I think it's still alive. I haven't looked recently. And then all of these back here are, I think I put the descriptions of them inside the, yeah, there's like 3 different kinds. This is a thornburn terracotta. I think I have 2 of those. I have a couple of, what are these? 4th of July. So I've got 2 4th of July, 2 terracottas, and what's this one? Yellow plum. So both of these are yellow plums. So I have 3 different kinds back here. We've got our watering system all set up, and the dirt put it, you know, the soil put back, and so it feels good to get this garden back in shape, because it's been a while since I could walk between the beds and stuff back here. So I'm happy with our progress. We've got quite a bit done in the last, what, 2 weeks? It's been about 2 weeks since I did a video. So that was about the only spot for this composter. It's not, we have that concrete slab there, which is where I tried to put a GreenStalk, and I was going to put the strawberry tower there, but it's too close to the composter. So my husband ran some water over to this area right there, so I'm probably going to put a GreenStalk right here against the shed, or right out here in the rock somewhere, and that's probably where I'm going to put my strawberry tower. And I would say I don't have a strawberry tower yet. I did buy strawberries, but I was having trouble keeping the soil. One of the problems has been is I think I've had some hydrophobic soil, and so I get dry pockets, and I didn't want any dry pockets for my strawberries or actually anything else I plant. So I've reconstituted my soil and tried to make sure that I'm not going to have some dry soil pockets in some of the containers, and so that's where I'm at with that. I still I bought strawberry plants, and I've just been watering them in this tub until I have time to get them planted. So I want to do that next. And I've got all the layers sitting here, and I even drilled out some of the holes on the GreenStalks, because when I took my tower apart, I had some levels that the water was standing in these things. So my husband, this one's not drilled out, but my husband drilled out the holes and made them a little bit bigger on this one. And it's because, like I say, when I took the layers apart, there was water sitting in here, and then these were dry. And that, I don't know how that, unless I had the wrong kind of blend in my soil where it clogged these, I don't know why it would do that. And I didn't use anything that should have done that. So again, I'm trying to troubleshoot what might have happened, but I don't know. So anyway, not looking forward to the wind tomorrow. Oh, this I wanted to show. My husband cut this back. This is a germander, and it was kind of dead right there, and now look at it. It had a whole dead side to it, and now I think he's really good at pruning bushes and stuff. Me, not so much. And I think when he cut this back, that just did really well. So I have that lantana there that I need to do something with still. And then I wanted to pull out that what is that called? I don't remember. Whatever this stuff is, I want to cut this up and put it into multiple pots, but I haven't had a chance to get to that yet either. These dudes, we cut up the asparagus fern. Is that what that is? I think it's asparagus fern. So we cut it up and stuck some in multiple pots, and they're doing good. And then that lantana's doing awesome. And then my artemisia that got trimmed back is looking really good too. So, and I don't know if I had the I think I did. I had the waterfall because I talked about it last time. So, anyway, I think that's all I've got to show for today, but it's quite a bit actually. I've been really pleased with how much we've been able to accomplish. And we've, like I said, had to work around windy days for sure. We don't get a whole lot of moisture from any of these storms that go through, but we do get the wind. So, anyway, that's my garden diary.